The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The drive starts for the carry by Stevenson. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Now Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
But you look at this defense.
And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Hold it ready. 3.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Tempo. Ready.
And he'll get this down only to the 18.
Now Richardson going to shift things up. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
19 tight. 60 Bobcat. Warriors 70. Dragon 60.
An audible here to get a new look. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. And Gay knocks this one through.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off.
And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Again, it's Stevenson.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
But you look at this defense.
They enter this one 18th in the NFL in stopping the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something that they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
They'll try and throw for it here. And incomplete on the deep ball. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Eagles. Come 19. Come 19. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates.
1st and 10. Richardson looks to throw it. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Cowboy 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 18, hide in.
And motioning left, that's Pittman. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it.
And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
21, 21, 20. Here we go. 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach have already made that decision.
How about this? They'll change it at the line.
21, 21, 21.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Now inside the 25.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. A very solid gain of 27. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 39, Jones. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Back to throw. Jones. He's got his man, Thornton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And they'll run the toss here with Stevenson. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. Back to Stevenson on 1st down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
12. 11.
Jones now to throw on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up 4th down. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Folks' kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So a good job there to kind of weather the storm in that 1st quarter and come back with their first points of the ball game.
Yeah, you hate to be coming from behind early on, but you're exactly right. They took some time, able to move the ball, and now it's back to a 10-3 game.
After the made field goal, back out is Nick Folk to kick this one off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Sitting in 1st place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all. until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4.
19 Lions. Panther 11. Panther 11. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
After running it, now Richardson will throw it. That's going to be taken in by Downs.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal?
Richardson going to move him around. Taylor will take it in. Touchdown.
And the thing you have to love about Jonathan Taylor, he's a shifty speed guy most of the time when you hand him the football, but he's not coming off the field when you get down near the goal line because he's as tough and gritty as they come. And he finishes things off here by getting into the end zone.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was a long pass attempt downfield, and the ball was popped up in the air. And how come things go from really fast to almost slow motion when the ball's up in the air and the defender's unable to haul it in before it hits the ground?
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Richardson.
And this one is incomplete.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez.
And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10.
21.
In motion left, that's Thornton.
Here we go. 11.
On 3rd down, Jones. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th.
Well, if the goal is to get back into this game, the offense is certainly moving in the wrong direction. This is certainly a case where one team needs big splash plays right now, but unfortunately, it's the other team that's getting them.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And where did this one go out? Not good. Let's see. They're going to say inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mustang 19.
Now Richardson. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5.
Richardson going to change the play here.
Panther Street. Go.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Rig alert.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Now they'll audible to something else.
Check mash.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout. as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Gay's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game
Both these
so
teams,
far.
no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak.
With Jonathan
And for the call
Coachman
of the
at
second
RIO
half,
Sports,
we get it back out to Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Cowboy 80.
Richardson to the air on first down. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Now Jones looking to throw on second down.
And they get Jones for the third time in this ball game. Down the left sideline. He may go.
He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
Anthony Richardson.
Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Lumberjacks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by Julian Blackman.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Richardson now on second down. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he gets it down to the 32.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Cup 19, Cup 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now it's Richardson. This pass caught, it's Woods.
That one goes for 24 yards. And quickly they get to the line. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Now Richardson going to shift things up. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. And now they'll shift things around.
60 Vikings, 60 Vikings.
3rd and goal at the 4-yard line.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Gay knocks this one through, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Here we go.
And now they're in the hurry up. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones, he'll air this one out for Mims. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
11.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now on 4th down, they throw the deep